Joining me now is Thomas Peterffy. He's the founder of Interactive Brokers. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. It's a pleasure to have you on, Mr. Peterffy. Of course, a lot of people would love to be successful. You really made it in decades. You were super successful. Which tips do you have maybe for traders out there?
Learn as much as you can and try again.
What's your secret? Was it always to be outside in the world, be open-minded and read the news?
Well, I do read the news and I try to develop my own thoughts rather than listening to other people as to how to do things.
So you have a good feeling and a good knowledge. It's a mix of both?
Well, as far as trading is concerned, I think that, basically there are two types of traders. There are traders who develop, after watching stock prices or the prices of whatever they trade for a long time, they develop a feel for how those prices, just as numbers, how the numbers move. And they can succeed. They can do very well with that. And the other type of trader are people who become specialists in certain industries or certain commodities, and really follow the small nuances that happen from moment to moment and trade based on that, and they can also be successful. The people who just every now and then randomly do something that usually doesn't work.
And one important tool is the Trader Workstation.
Trader Workstation is very important because it gives you a lot of news at your fingertips, and you see a lot of securities and commodities that are related to each other in various different ways around the world, in different currencies and different geographic locations, different continents, but they are in fact related. And so when you have immediate access to all these things right in front of you, that gives you a leg up, because with other brokers, if you want to buy gold in India and sell gold mining shares in Australia and buy oil and sell oil producer shares or whatever, you can all do this from the same account, even if they trade in different currencies, and that is a huge advantage.
And also, are you reading books of these Wall Street legend? Is this also something you could learn from?
So, I have never read a book in my life about trading. People are either good traders or they are good writers. It's hard to be both. The stories of people are interesting, but the legends usually are not positive figures, because you look at people. The real legends are the people who really grew to big heights and then exploded. It's a funny thing.
There are always good and bad times in life, right? And what did you learn from maybe times that were more struggling and maybe not that successful? Was it making you stronger?
Well, the idea is if you really are convinced that you can do something, then just go and do it, and don't, whatever difficulties come up, just try to deal with it and don't give up.
What do you need to be a successful trader or entrepreneur?
Well, I think you got to learn how things are done and why, and how you can do them differently in order to do them better. So it is actually not. It is important to understand what the final goal of any process is, and then you look at how people are doing it, and you see why are they doing it that way. There are so many simpler ways of doing it, and including how to apply automation and technology to all these processes. And I do not understand why people are so slow. People are focusing on sales and not on the process. And so when you focus on the process, you can gain advantages and efficiency, and that enables you to lower the price, which makes sales much easier.
And of course, if you have a good idea, it's important that you execute this idea.
Well, that's what it's all about, right?
I mean, I think there are so many, maybe also young founders out in Silicon Valley. They have good ideas, but it's so hard to execute that. You did it.
It's always hard to execute. It's always, ideas are a dime a dozen. It's always the execution. And so sometimes the best ideas emerge when you are trying to get around the barriers that you encounter when you're trying to execute your ideas.